Well, we could talk about interactive floor tiles that convert footsteps into small amounts of electrical energy, but let's talk song. Today I'm going to react to a request by channel members Raphael Figueroa and Shannon O'Connell 3146, as well as regular viewers Daphne the Orange, Amara Rose 6, Liesel Svanepol 467, Marie MM3LB, Rubia 1, Lisette Zoovs, Desi Saho Yuli, Sia 0576, Starbuck V8K, Kindred Anastasia, Shelly Null, and Aline Rice. I am sure to have pronounced all the names wrong. Sorry about that. You all requested Peter by Taylor Swift. Before we start, let me quickly thank Andrew Morgan and UMSE for their active financial support here on YouTube, and JC Prince of Wales and Amy May over on Patreon. If the rest of you also want to contribute financially, I suggest you check the links in descriptions. I really want to continue learning about Taylor Swift's amazing songwriting, so without further ado, let's get going. Tonal center, C major. Interesting waltz. So we are clearly in 3/4, which is quite unusual to begin with. Step 2, find the chord progression. Really interesting. I think the chord progression isn't even over yet. What we have is a variation of that bass movement down idea that we know from a lot of songs. So we start with a C. What we then have may or may not be a G with B in bass, followed by A minor, followed by G. In terms of chord scale degrees, we would have a 1, 5, 6 minor, 5 that now gets developed into four, F, that then some kind of 5. So what we have is a 1, 5, 6 minor, 5 that then gets slowed down, 4, and then G, maybe sus, maybe as the bass note to C, certainly going to the dominant chord before we restart the progression and probably enter the verse.
Forgive me, Peter, my lost fearless leader, in closets like kids. Is it something I did?
Brilliant! So we keep the progression from the intro. We had to introduce it first because it's quite complicated. And now she starts the melody on the downbeat. The melody is
Forgive me, Peter.
Forgive me, Peter. One note melody.
My lost fearless leader.
Right? When the chord changes, she has to change melody notes.
In closets like cedar.
Really cool thing where she always moves down a third.
Served from when we were just kids.
Right? So another movement, a third down. And then she lands on the F. That also is the chord.
Something I did.
And there it is again, the 6th leaps Taylor Swift signature. We've seen it in so many Taylor Swift songs. Lyrics: Forgive me, Peter. It should be forgive and not forgive. My lost fearless leader, in closets like cedar, preserved from when we were just kids. Is it something I did? We have got a 5-line verse, which is quite unusual, with 3 Peter rhymes, Peter, leader, and cedar, and the 4th and 5th lines are kids and did in terms of rhymes. So we have got an AAA, BB rhyming pattern. There is this stress issue with Forgive me, Peter, at least At least she knows about the sound and repeats this, because it's my lost fearless leader in closets like cedar. Okay, so we always start the lines with an O sound. For give me Peter, my lost fearless leader in closets like cedar. And we have got the rhyme. So we have got kind of similar line beginnings as well as similar rhymes, which is quite thoughtful.
The goddess of timing once found us beguiling.
Repeat the ideas. We expect a third, this time timing rhyme. The goddess of timing once found us beguiling.
She said she was trying, Peter, was she lying, my red?
We even get a fourth one, right? She said she was trying, Peter, was she lying?
Get the feeling she did.
Really, really cool that we have got this internal Peter, was she lying, that then gets completed with my ribs, because we need this my ribs rhyme for get the feeling she did, right? Really, really cool. So this is the second verse half clearly.
And I didn't wanna calm down.
New chord progression. A minor, G and F. 6 minor, 5 and 4. Really cool melody.
And I didn't wanna calm down. And I did.
Really cool. Always going back to that E at the top. So, we start with that third idea that we already know from right? Then this becomes a fourth leap. No, sorry. And then down. And I didn't want to come down. And of course, come down needs to have melody going down. Okay, you can't say come down. This is not believable. This is not prosodic at all. You have to say come down.
Thought it was just goodbye for now.
Repeat that idea.
Said you were gonna grow up, then you were gonna come find me. Said you were gonna grow up.
Cool. This is like a I don't know, R&B like.
You were gonna grow up, then you were gonna come find me. Said you were gonna grow up,
We certainly start with the D minor.
then you were gonna come find me. Said you were gonna grow up, then you were gonna come find.
D minor, F, A minor, G, 2 minor, 4, 6 minor, 5. With a really, really cool melody that is...
You said you were gonna grow up.
Another fifth leap, this time instead of big we have got boom. Said you were gonna cut up.
Then you were gonna come find me. Said
Okay, so we've got this fifth leap, answered by, and then we repeat.
you were gonna grow up.
We expect this.
Then you were gonna come find me. Said
Cool. Lyrics. Said you were gonna grow up, then you were gonna come find me. Said you were gonna grow up, then you were gonna come find me. This repeats.
words from the mouths of babes, promises, oceans deep.
Interesting. So the fourth time, before it gets boring, we change this completely. So we have got 3 instances of said you were gonna grow up, then you were gonna come find me. And for the fourth time, we keep the chords, I believe.
Words from the mouths of babes, promises, oceans.
Yes, because it was the second half of the chord progression.
Words from the mouths of babes,
Okay.
promises, oceans deep.
And Ocean's Deep then goes into a new chord progression.
Deep, but never to keep.
Yes, to a short 4-2 minor cadence that then resolves to the 1.
But never to keep.
With the melody doing... but never to keep, landing on the major 3 of the C major chord. Interlude, that has the progression from the intro and from the verse.
Never to keep.
With an ad-lib. F major 7 arpeggio in the melody, because we go to the F. And the piano even has got a third never to keep idea. Right?
Still a mind reader.
Okay, Forgive Me Peter becomes Are You Still a Mind Reader? And we are in verse number 2.
A natural scene stealer. I've heard great things, Peter.
Peter is always a good rhyme in a song that is called Peter.
But life was always easier on you.
Tiny variation in the melody. This 4th line was
Preserved from when we were just kids.
going down, reserved from where we were just kids. And now this U at the end of the line goes up.
But life was always easier on you.
Life was always easier on you
Than it was on me.
and it was on me. Taylor Swift signature. 6th leap. You and me does not rhyme, which it did in the first verse where we had got this kid and did idea.
Sometimes it gets me when crossing your jet stream.
Cool rhyme, new rhyme. Sometimes it gets me when crossing your jet stream.
We both did the best we could
We both did the best we.
do underneath the same moon.
Keep up the variation. Terribly sung, sorry.
We
Both did the best thing. Do underneath the same moon. Underneath the same moon, and because the moon is up, the melody has to go up.
in different galaxies.
Galaxies is one of the trickiest words to put into a song. It has got no good rhymes. The stress is terrible, and she doesn't manage to do it well. In different galaxies should be the stress. She does in different galaxies with unnecessary stress on the E's. It's a really, really tricky word.
In different galaxies.
Because it's with the Taylor Swift signature mispronunciation and the Taylor Swift signature 6th leap, I will let it go.
And I didn't wanna hang around.
Pre-chorus that we know already, right? This was that beautiful melodic.
Said it was just goodbye for now.
We said it was just goodbye for now. We know from the first pre-chorus, this hang around thing was something going down in the first pre-chorus.
Said you were gonna
Grow up, then you would find me. Said you were gonna grow up. Beautiful. Certainly another song that brings up the question, what is the chorus? Because we have got so many strong hooks all over the place. This has more bridge material, right?
but never to keep.
Going back to the 3rd instance where we have got this intro interlude.
Never to keep.
Ba-da-da-dum. Beautiful. And the piano answering.
And I won't confess that I waited, but I let the lamp burn as the men.
Bridge. New chord progression with a traditional 1, 6, 4, 5. C, A minor, F, G.
And I won't confess that I waited.
Alright? I won't confess that I waited with a strong pickup line with fast being the first downbeat. And I won't confess that I waited. nice alliterations with won't and waited.
And I won't confess that I waited, but I let the lamp burn.
Same range, right? Let the lamp burn. Another interesting alliterations with L's.
As the men masqueraded,
Wow, waited rhyming with masqueraded is a very good idea.
I hoped you'd return with.
I hoped you'd return, okay? As the men masqueraded, and also the alliteration with the M's, very, very beautiful. So, and I won't confess that I waited, but I let the lamp burn. As the man masqueraded, I hoped you'd return. So a very, very clear A-B rhyming pattern.
With your feet on the ground, tell me all that you've learned.
Right? Same range all the time. With your feet on the ground, tell me all that you learned.
'Cause love's never lost when perspective is earned.
Because love's never lost when perspective is earned. Now we have got with your feet on the ground, tell me all that you learned, because love's never lost when perspective is earned. I would say XA rhyming pattern, because ground and lost certainly does not rhyme with each other.
You said you'd come and get me, but you were 25.
Okay, melodic variations, taking this up. Okay, where we started the ideas on the E, on the major 3 of the chord, we now go to the 5th, to the G. Was the idea, and now it's.
And you said you'd come and get me, but you were 25.
And we settle into the E anyway.
The shelf life of those fantasies has expired.
Lyrics. And you said you'd come get me, but you were 25, and the shelf of those, the shelf life of those fantasies has expired. Stress issue with fantasies, because again, it's a word that would require the stress on the first syllable and not on the last. She says those fantasies has expired.
Lost to the Lost Boys chapter of your life.
Lost to the Lost Boys chapter of your life. Interesting repetition of the word lost. And are the Lost Boys the Peter Pan people?
Forgive me.
Would make a lot of sense, because Peter Pan is also Peter.
Peter, please know that I try to hold on.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so forgive me, Peter, please know that I tried. That of course rhymes with live. And now we enter whatever.
Hold on to the days when you were mine.
It's a little bit like the pre-chorus, only that we have the chords for longer. Remember that the pre-chorus was this. Now we have got. Melody is certainly not what I said.
To hold on to the days when you were mine.
So we have got the development, but then the resolution is when you were mine.
The woman who sits by the window has turned out the light.
But the woman who sits by the window has turned out. I see more and more Peter Pan references now, with Wendy sitting by the window and waiting for Peter Pan to come over.
You said you were gonna grow up.
And he said you were going to grow up is also Peter Pan. It's almost embarrassing that I didn't spot this right away. That's Wendy waiting for Peter.
Then you were gonna come find me.
Said you were gonna grow up. Okay, you've got this. Said you were gonna grow up, then you were gonna come find me. This, it has got chorus material because it reappears. It's not very directly hooky, but it's, I don't know, it's beautiful. Then you were gonna come find me.
Said you were gonna grow up.
Okay, and now the then you were gonna come find me doesn't come as quickly as we.
You said you were gonna grow up.
Right? So it's the first time where it's actually, you said you were gonna grow up, doesn't get answered by then you were gonna come find me.
Words from the mouths of babes, promises, oceans deep and never to keep.
And ending on a relatively positive, resoluting, never to keep. At least it's not that never to keep. Right? This wouldn't make any sense, right? This would sound totally resolved. With the major 3, we have got uncertainty still. Never to keep. I don't know if resolving it to the 1 chord is what she intended to, but she did. And this was Taylor Swift's Peter. I'm sure we can take away valuable songwriting learnings. Songwriting learning number 1, this is something that I haven't mentioned in quite some time. It's about stress issues in Taylor Swift songs. This time with galaxies and fantasies. Listen to this here.
In different galaxies.
And also to this here.
The shelf life of those fantasies is expired.
What's ironic is that galaxies and fantasies does rhyme with each other, but not that way, right? So galaxies and fantasies, she both mispronounces by putting stress on the last syllable instead of the first one. This is something that we have to be careful with when writing songs, because this is something that, of course, I get very annoyed with. Something that you will let go if it's by Taylor Swift, because it's your goddess, I know. But this is something that we as songwriters have to be very, very careful. Taylor Swift can pull it off because it's Taylor Swift. We as small lights have to be very careful with misstress. And it's something that we should at least consider and look at before just releasing. Songwriting learning number 2 is about melody development in the verses following a specific pattern. In that case, she starts with a 3rd movement or leap down from E to C. And then adapting to the chorus, she takes this down 1 step every time that she changes chords. She starts with, forgive me, Peter. That becomes my lost fearless leader. That becomes in closets like cedar. That becomes preserved from when we were just kids. So we have got 4 3rd leaps down, which is really cool. Be-dum, 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 be-dum. And then the resolution to boom. Answered by the Taylor Swift signature. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. 6th leap. So something where we could really see that motif development plays an important role in Taylor Swift's songwriting. This song she wrote all by herself, so it's no Aaron Dessner, it's no Max Martin, just her. And she is aware of those things in terms of songwriting and melodic development, something that we should also be aware of, so make sure to consider melodic development in your own songs. And songwriting learning number 3, something that took me a while to realize. Apparently we play with this Peter Pan idea and we include a lot of references. Now, for us as songwriters, if we want to open up this imagery and want to compare a person to a literary figure, we have to make sure to include enough references. Something that she did and something that made me realize that she was talking about it a bit late. But this is because I was late and slow, not because she didn't do it well. So we have got so many motifs from the Peter Pan idea. Kids, of course, the moon, then said you were gonna grow up. Then we have got the promise, ocean deep, the same moon, different galaxies, the lost boys, the masquerade. So many things that reference Peter Pan if you are in this world, to evoke that correct metaphor or, yes, comparison to Peter in the actual world. So something that we should definitely consider when doing this type of thing, to include as many references, hidden Easter eggs, as possible to make it worth a while for the listener. And this was my live reaction on the fly analysis of Taylor Swift's Peter. If you like this, please make sure to give me the thumbs up, to subscribe to the Let's Talk Song channel, and to leave friendly comments. Let me thank Andrew Morgan and you, MSE, here on YouTube, and JC, Prince of Wales, and Amy May over on Patreon for that fantastic financial support. If the rest of you also want to help, please consider checking the links in description. Thanks again to the many people suggesting the song Peter. I guess we've talked song. You can talk about interactive floor tiles that convert footsteps into small amounts of electrical energy now. Bye bye!